Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy JqualiT, and welcome to Taste and Treble episode 5, the finale, baby. That's right. If you have been following us between episodes 1 through 4, we have been creating the ultimate playlist on the plate for your ears and your taste buds, bringing together some of the most amazing musical artists and pairing them with some of the most creative chefs. And tonight, we are actually going live, baby, for a special guest studio audience. But first, let's take a look back at how it all got started.
I'm Jasmine Safina. I'm from North Carolina, and I love soul food.
Let's dance.
Hey, yo, Chef back!
A great song like you made needs great ingredients, and when I heard the song, the first thing that came to my mind, I listened to it and it was just like lobster risotto.
Alright, I'm about to eat some good shit.
Yeah!
This is jerk shrimp pasta.
That's outstanding.
I mean,
And you said my song made you do this?
Cheers.
to Taste and Treble.
To Taste and Trouble. Is that a cherry in that thing?
Pencil. Smack.
1, 2, 3.
LA's very own head chef and founder of Stuffed LA, my man B. Art, the originator of the stuffed pancake, the real deal Trev Deshawn.
Lion.
Man, it is absolutely crazy what a year can do. And this finale, y'all, is something special. If you're watching episode 3, you saw how Chef Jenene got down. So it was only right that we invite her back just to create a little bit more for the finale. That's right, we cleaning plates, y'all, till the last bite.
Hi, I'm Janine McKay. I'm the owner of To the Last Bite Catering and Private Chef Company. I've been in business since 2015.
All right, y'all, you probably wondering who our musical artist is, but I'm gonna keep that for a little bit later. But now, let's go see what Chef Jenene got cooking. Chef Jenene, what's going on?
What's going on, Jay? How you been?
I've been good. How have you been? Yo, I saw on your Instagram you were doing a few food and wine festivals. So how's that experience been too?
That has been an interesting experience going into the wine world. It's something new. So we did the LA Wine Food Fest, we did the Black Wine Food Fest, we did a couple of OC Food and Wine Fest, and we've been basically getting great feedback from the crowd. We sold out at Total Wines quite a few times, so that's going pretty good. And I just started renting a on-the-go food truck because it's been in demand. People want me to bring the food to them instead of coming to me, but that's fine. I'm having a great time with that also.
Yo, To the Last Bite is going mobile like the ice cream, man. I feel it. So how you start is how you finish, and we're doing the Taste and Treble finale. This is our 5th episode, and I wanted to do something special. We wanted to actually go live for a guest studio audience tonight. How does that sound?
That sounds good. I'm looking forward to this. So I'm coming from where you guys were, and now I'm just so proud of you guys, and I'm just happy to be a part of this experience.
I appreciate it. So we had to get you synced up with an amazing artist. How you start is how you finish. I started with 2 amazing women on the show for episode 1, and I wanted to do the same thing for episode 5. And so I actually made a great house call to a good friend of mine. She is an amazing lyricist. I mean, Jane of all trades.
Okay.
I mean, she puts the T
Well, I'm ready.
in Taste and Treble. I'm talking
ready.
about Tia P.
What up, Doug? What up? What's good, my guy?
That's good.
How you living? What's good? Oh, you got noodles? I'm so ready. Oodles and noodles.
What is good, T? Like, how have you been?
I can't complain. Been busy, you know, with the music per usual. Couple new placements, but you know, I'm good.
I feel you. I feel like I have to like rearrange like my Netflix or Hulu streaming list, like just to catch like all of your songs, like all of your placements.
Go for it.
And I think it's going to be absolutely be amazing having both of you sync up here. So you know how we get down. Like we take an artist's body of work and we transform it into amazing culinary art. So Jenene here is about to take 2 of your songs, and she's about to chef it up. This kitchen right here, this is about to be the studio. This cookhouse is about to be crazy.
I bet you my engineer for the day. All right, let's get it.
That's what I'm.
Let's some good music.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, Chef Jenene, you got it looking and smelling good in here. What you think, T?
Yo, I just want to try it. It just looks so freaking good.
The first track is up. What you got for us, Chef?
So I have here is called My City, which is smoked salmon paprika with a cilantro garlic leaf. Y'all ready? Cajun and paprika for all of us Southern folks on there, and then we have the noodles because we have like the best Chinese and Thai food in Los Angeles.
That we do.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing.
Like my taste buds are like, yo.
This is My City, this track. Tell me how you created this song.
Well, My City came about maybe about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And it was in its very early stages. I had the song written for actually the city of Los Angeles. But then as Inglewood started to, you know, come into its own, I was like, nah. We gotta make this for my city, Inglewood. You know what I mean? And for the longest we've been known as LA's backyard. But with the Forum coming back to life and the stadium coming up and the new Clipper Stadium that's yet to be built but is coming, it's given us an entire different identity. You know what I mean? One that is still rooted, I mean, in my childhood and the newcomers that are coming to the city as well. So it's just become this big melting pot, much like what you said, with the flavors and the noodles and the seeds. Like it's coming into its own.
Right in the mouth with the HBCU drum line. Like how did tell me about like just like adding that flavor to it. You got the drum line, you got the horns, like it's an anthem that everybody can like really get down to.
Well, when you think of anthemic music, the key elements are drums, and as a drummer, I had to make sure that was that was knocking. So you know, my whole initial thing with the snares was like, once you hear that cadence, you know it's about to be something big coming up.
Exactly. I was like, this is it. I said, this is right here. This would be a great anthem for the city. So I was like, that's what it should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Chef Jenene, when you heard the song and you decided, look, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm not gonna do chicken, I'm not gonna do steak, but I'm going to do a pan-smoked paprika salmon
which smacks.
for real. How did you go about that process?
You can think about Inglewood. You think about all these. Inglewood is consistent of a lot of shopping centers. And most of these shopping centers, what you have a fish spot, you have a Chinese food spot, right? You might have a little mom and pop little store. And I figured, you know what? All those collaborate because Inglewood will be full of, like you said, like a melting pot of everything. And I figured Chinese food, we got a fried chicken spot, we got the seafood. It just works together. So put all those flavors together.
Man, listen, I'm even more hungry because I know you got something else for us.
Oh, most
and
definitely.
I'm definitely fired up for it. What about you two?
I see what you did there.
Yep.
Fired up, boys and girls. How about that? All right, yeah.
So how about we keep chowing down on this and we'll let Chef Jenene get to track number 2.
Okay. All right. Engineer that thing. All right.
Track 2 coming up.
Street black business, you gotta love and make room for the charges, they come in blood. The rams
vibes back in LA, and that's all good. But the stadium is up and nigga, what? My hood, yeah, my hood. Yo, what's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Tia P. And right now, this is Taste and Treble, episode 5. That's Cinco, baby. Oh, the finale. Make a cookbook of like 99 different ways.
Okay, 3 chicken, so it won't be too much. Like over.
Oh, what is that, Chef Jenene?
Hey, this is pineapple shrimp Thai fried rice.
Wait, say that one more time.
It is pineapple shrimp Thai fried rice.
Okay, just
This
come
looks
on.
like the fired up.
This
fried rice,
that,
like
yo,
real
this
life.
that na rice. That's what that is right there. It's that na rice.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, right. Come on, let me learn. Let me learn something today.
Oh my gosh, you know I like.
All right,
I like my scrimps.
Your scrimps, you like your scrimps.
Like your scrimps?
Yes.
You like your
All right, so run this one down. How'd you come up with it?
Because fired up is nothing hotter than getting like a wok on fire versus like an oven or any other kind of heat, right?
Facts.
So you got nice little heat, little Asian heat on there. You got the pineapples to calm down the heatness and get a little cool under it, right? Then you got the Thai basil to give you a nice little sweetness to it also. You like it?
Why you do me like that? I ain't see now. Look, I can tell because the food is just. See what you done done?
You know what I really like about this? Is that it's like a firecracker, like just like your personality to you, like especially in that song. Like, it's like boom, it's sizzling, man. See, like how you even came up with the song.
Okay, so since we eating the fired up rice, a producer friend of mine, his name is Hookman. We've worked on stuff in the past for Fox and some other stuff. We were gonna get together in the studio. He was like, just send me some ideas and some vibes, like what you vibing to, what you want to work on. I want something that's you, but also something that's commercial that we can shop, which I'm all for, because I'm all about playing the middle ground. So I sent him over this one funk hip hop vibe by a British artist named Lil Sims. Okay. Super dope. If you don't know, female plug. And he was like, oh yeah, this will go. So I got to his studio, I think maybe the following day or a couple days after that. He just started vibing to what he started coming up with the beat and the bass line. I was like, okay, we good. Okay. Let it marinate, all right? So we came to this this chant that we figured would be in the chorus. I'm fired up. Something. I'm fired up. I was like, okay, let me get those in between. I'm fired up. Okay, this'll work. And then we just started building from there. And so I took the track home, wrote the rest of the verses and the bridge. Kind of chopped it up to, how I felt he could, articulate the music. Sent it back to him. He threw it all together, and it's fired up.
Chef Jenene, you have outdone yourself again for this finale.
We beautiful music, right?
We do.
But we ain't done yet, though, T. I need you to take me to your hometown. We gotta go to Inglewood.
Are you talking about my city?
Yeah, absolutely. We gotta go to the chop shop, break it down.
Are you
Get a little more in depth.
Okay, I'm probably look. I'm already fired up, so let's do it.
Can I get some more of these scrimps before we go?
Yeah, you need some more of these scrimps.
These scrimps.
All right, man. A couple more scrimps, and we head to the chop shop. Let's go. Yo, and we are back here in the chop shop with Tia P. First of all, thank you for inviting us into your home real quick.
It's all good, my pleasure. Mi casa, su casa for the moment.
I feel it. So how did that food taste for you? Did Chef Jenene do you right?
Oh my God. Chef, look, like, if I had the money to just make her my personal chef, I would just throw her songs and be like, okay, make a dish out of that one. This is the song of the week, make a dish out of that one too. Like, nah, it was everything and more.
That's dope. I think I need like seconds and thirds.
Yeah.
Chef Jenene is a good friend of mine. And look, if you want to, you have not because you asked not, so you might as well ask her.
Yes.
But Joe, here in the Chop Shop, this is what we do is we just take a deeper dive, for your fans. We want to really know who you really are. I want to ask you just so many questions just about your music, just about everything you've just been accomplishing. So like, from jump, who is Tia P?
Tia P is very charismatic. She speaks her mind. She is very compassionate and giving. Tia P does not like to be bored, whether that is in my personal life or in my music life. I don't like boring.
I don't think any of us do. So
I come from a musical household. So my father, he's a writer, producer, and my mom, she sings. That's actually how they met, is through music back in the day. And that was just, not only were they musicians, but they were supportive musicians when they saw that that was something I gravitated toward. It was never anything that they, forced upon me or tried to make me do. Like, it started, I think my mom tells I was like maybe 3 or 4, and out of nowhere, we were in this apartment. I just pulled out some pots and pans and an egg beater and a spoon, just boop-a-da-bop-bop. And that was like my first drum set. So she knew, she was like, oh, we got another drummer in the house. And then from there, it just started with me being on my dad's equipment, producing, seeing him do his thing. I was always into poetry because my mom is a teacher as well, and her mom is a teacher, so just writing and language was always important. So that just, I gravitated towards poetry, which then turned into rapping, which everything just kind of just came together and organically. Like, I can't explain it, it just happened.
Was there ever, a specific point, like once you started, just getting just more consistent with your, your music and, trial and error, that you just definitively knew, like, look, this is the path that I'm meant to go?
Well, my foundation is the church. So born and raised in the church, father played for the church, mom sang in the choir, all that good stuff. My home church is Faithful Central, and at the time, we had purchased the Forum. When we started having Sunday services in there, we still had a kids choir at the time, and I was playing the drums, and I'd actually written my first song for the choir. Okay. And it was a rap song. It was like, if you let the Lord slide to your left.
Hey.
If you like, something like that. And hitting the stage, that was my first time performing, not only just perform, but like performing my song, the music I had done, the lyrics I had done, I had people backing me up, I had the live instrumentation, and that kind of just set the stage for, like, I wasn't, of course you have that normal nervousness, but it was like once we got out there and you could just see what the music was doing, and it just felt right.
How do you prioritize and balance, just your work ethic, but also self-care at the same time?
My work ethic only can be as strong as I am. You know what I mean? Like, I can't give what I don't have, and that goes for anything. I don't have the bandwidth to, write these songs or get these things out or do these performances if I'm not good. Sometimes my pops, he does even have to tell me, just chill. Like, cause some days I'm up and I'm just like, okay, what do I need to do today? I got something to do today, we good? No? Okay. I feel like I ain't got nothing to do. Shouldn't I be writing this? Or can I, and it's just like, no. And to take that hands-off time is just everything. I took a solo trip to a desert cabin. I need to get out of everything that I knew just so I can get into a space. And it literally, for about a week, it was just me puggling. I was cooking every day, reading my Bible, getting my meditation, just really replenishing me to understand, okay, I need to hear from you to let me know what's next, where do I go, like I said, a lot of people don't know. I was in a car accident. I was like 16. I totaled my mom's car. Kids, don't total your mom's car. And I ended up developing polyarticular juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, which is just short for, long for junior RA. Polyarticular because it affects pretty much like all the joints in my body. And like I said, I was 16. And that was a reality check for me on so many different levels because I've always been a physical person. I've played basketball all of my life. And for me to go from that type of athleticism and, just power to not being able to sometimes get out of bed. I couldn't, any slight movement like turning doorknobs or picking up a pen to write or trying to, it was excruciating. It was terrible. And it was like that for some time. It grew me up. It got me much closer to God because, my parents are great, but really, you just got to have a one-on-one. Like, yeah. Why? Okay, I know you're going to get me through it, but this sucks right now. This really sucks, But it really just enhanced my story. It gave me something to write about as I was starting to do college applications and stuff like that. So, I'm not just one of those persons who's just like, yeah, get out there and do it. And I'm not going to show you why I'm getting out there and do it.
Every, mountaintop, there's a valley that you have to walk through. Transitioning into college life, the prestigious Howard University. You can't talk about HBCUs without mentioning Howard University. So how was that transition and experience for you?
Well, that transition was interesting on a couple of levels. I was coming from a PWI high school, so predominantly white institution. Great institution, Campbell Hall. Coming from Inglewood to Campbell Hall every day, there was a bit of initially a culture shock. To go from that type of situation to a Howard University, HBCU, the Mecca as we call it, was almost like, it was that. I'm black, okay, but it's not the elephant in the room, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally. It's just, we here. I mean, we had a few people sprinkled in different races, which was all good. You come to HBCU, you know what you get. So it just...
You know what you signed up for.
You know exactly what you signed up for. Just to see us unite like that every day walking across campus and just seeing people look like you, really trying to get their hustle, their grind on. It's inspiring, man.
So for people like us who have been in the industry for a while, music is like therapy. And therapy is the process of understanding who we are and why we do what we do. So in all of your experiences that you've had to this point, what have you learned about you?
I've learned that I do not take no for an answer. Unless the Lord is trying to tell me no, then that's kind of a forced no. But I've also learned that if you know how to tell a story, it doesn't necessarily have to be your story that you tell all the time. But if you're able to pull from different aspects, different people, different situations in life that may not necessarily be directly applicable to you, but they're applicable to somebody. And if you can find a way to carve that out in a way that people are intrigued and want to continue to listen, that in and of itself is just as great as if you had pulled something directly from you. There's such a power and originality in your own creativity. I feel like people just either are afraid to tap into that sometimes, or they don't think it's cool. We live in this social media age where it's so easy to just be in other people's business, and we naturally play the comparison game. Well, what are they? Oh, I could do blah, 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 blah. But if it's not you, it's not you. And at the end of the day, I have to look myself in the mirror. I have to lay down and I have to be okay with the decisions I've made. Tia has to be cool with Tia.
All right, so let's talk music and family. I want to take it all the way back to 2018.
Oh, look at you.
And hey, I did my homework. So social media is like a really crazy time capsule. And I saw that you were doing, these Minute Music Mondays. And I'm like, yo, I was just seeing just this collage of just freestyles that you were doing. And it was absolutely amazing. And my favorite was the Partition Jazz remix. I feel like TikTok today would eat that up.
You know what? I need to repost that now that you say that.
For real, hey, you might as well. But I really want to know the concept behind that.
I was a part of a band called Flaw Logic. Again, my boy George Kilpatrick. It was he, myself, Bumani, who now is like Mr. Clubhouse. So if y'all on Clubhouse, he was the logo for like a cool minute. Yeah, we all were in this band, and because we were multi-instrumentalists, a lot of times they would have me either singing some of the songs as well, or I'd get off drums and not sing, or maybe I'd stay on drums and do my Anderson .Paak before anybody knew who Anderson .Paak was. But they kind of encouraged me and kind of got me at the forefront of being comfortable with singing. People's attention span is not that long, so I was like, I want to do something that hits, but something that's quick. Boom, 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 boom. So I was just playing around one day, just how I do it, drive and roll up the partition, please. And it kind of just stuck. And I was like, all right, this could be a thing.
Drive and roll up the partition, please. I don't need you saying I say on hot knees.
The way people responded was like incredible because I guess it was just unexpected.
4 Seats from Beyonce, man. That is how I was first introduced to you. I saw the video before I even met you at Unplugged LA, which is crazy. I see you just, in the middle of the salon just spitting bars. I'm talking hardcore bars. And I'm just like, yo, this chick can rap.
So, Four Seats from Beyonce was a track that J. Dill, super crazy, incredible producer. You're right, he's a professor, I forget where he teaches them, but he's USC. How can I say that? Yeah, he's a professor at USC, but he is an amazing composer. And he and I were just sitting, I think we were in a session one day, and he was just going through some stuff, or it was either that or I can't remember if he and my pops had been talking about this track, but it was from him, he sent it, and I was like, okay. And it had the Four Seats from Beyonce sample in there, which is from a video most people don't know by this guy named Eastside Crackhead. The thought behind me writing it was, okay, this is gonna be a come up story. And you can actually, it tells the story in the lyrics, especially the first verse. It's like, okay, the concept is, we're gonna talk about how we go from these nosebleeds to being on stage with Beyonce, which is a metaphor for just the journey that I've taken in music and the journey I'm still on through music. You know, you start off at one point seemingly so far from what your goal is or what you're trying to do because you're starting, you know what I mean? But you never lose sight, so you come down the rafters, okay, now you're not in the nosebleeds, but you know, your nose just itch, but it don't bleed, okay, cool. So then you go a little bit further, now you like on the second tier, okay, now you front row, and now, boom, you're doing your truth, you're in your calling, you're not Four Seats from Beyonce, you're on stage with Beyonce, which is, to me also, she's like the pinnacle female performer. Pinnacle performer, you can take female out of that. She is one of the Michael Jackson of our era in terms of performers. There's nobody touching B. And that, to me, is where the level, if not exceeding that, where I would like to go. So that pretty much is the concept, just talking about my life and making it a metaphor is, you know, coming down and being on stage.
Man, that is an amazing.
So transitioning into the TV and film world, you are #the placement queen. And I really want to know, when did you get your first major placement?
The whole placement journey, before I was really, really keen on it, started in, 2012? I was like about, 18, 19 years old, something like that. And it was with this group called Position Music. Position Music, we had given them a bunch of songs. They picked 2 that they were gonna, really work with. And honestly, I'd forgotten about it. But my first actual placement came with a company called The Math Club, who I'm still working with, talented group of writers, producers, artists in their own right. But they found out about me through a site called Sonic Bid. Cut a few records for them, and that was one of the first, in that first batch, they were like, hey, we got it placed on an Adidas commercial. I'm like, oh, like, Adidas? Oh, that's cool. That was just the first, the beginning of what I would say was the emergence between, the music world and the television world, which is a place most artists in whatever genre, for whatever reason, either aren't privy to, don't really know how to break into, or just never enters their, their stratosphere, their scope of what music can do. So for me, it just opened my world. It's evolved into really this thing, almost as if I kind of backdoored the music industry by doing my own thing, curving around through the whole placement world, and now my voice is recognizable even on commercials that I shoot where you actually do see me, so it's been a wild ride, but this whole placement world is just, man, it's a beautiful thing once you get in.
Tia, no cap, I feel like I've gotten a second feeling of everything that we've just discussed right now, here in Chop Shop, and just thank you so much for sharing your story. But the last thing I want to ask you, what is next for TV?
Definitely going to be dropping a new EP, top of the year with, oh my God, I wish I could play y'all. Oh God, it's so fire, it's so freaking fire, it's crazy. But definitely some new music is on the way. You can look out for more, placements, just or listen out, on your local channels and whatnot. Also, I'm going to be hosting a virtual, almost just like a virtual music contest. It's called Hook and Verse. Matter of fact, let's do this right. So, hey everybody, you're gonna catch me hosting a new type of entertainment show called Hook and Verse. It's almost like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok on steroids, right? But in a good way, not the pimples make you think small way. So, what's gonna happen with that? I can't get into too much detail with that, but it's an app, so be on the lookout for that. Hook and Verse. So, I'm just excited.
How professional that was, man?
I'm just excited for all these avenues and stuff to be working out, from hosting to writing more to just, just music. But you gotta follow me. So.
And where can they follow you?
Oh, well, glad you asked. So, of course, my website, IamTiaP, is, the primary way you can find me. But the ideal way, and the way that I personally like to connect with most of my followers, is on Instagram. I'm on there daily. You'll see me, you'll see Puggle, you'll see my parents from time to time. Anybody, you viable to get on my Instagram if I got my phone out. So anywhere you can at me, at IamTiaP. That's the best way. IamTiaP is the website, www.iamtiap. That's the way to contact me.
Thank you so much, Tia, for just an amazing conversation. But before we leave, how we do on Taste and Treble is we always give our artists a chance to render a live performance. But we're doing something special for the finale because you are the 5th addition to our playlist On a Plate. So tonight, we are actually inviting a few special guests to taste your music live. So everything that Chef Jenene just allowed us to eat, we're gonna actually invite just a few special people to taste those dishes while you're performing. We want people to just get a sneak peek into the live experience. So I hope y'all will be ready for that.
Yo, y'all about to taste the treble. Okay, let's I'm game.
Facts. All right, Tia, I'm out of here. I gotta go meet up back with Chef Jenene.
For sure.
We'll see you tonight.
Bless, man. Absolutely.
Now look at where we at right now. Feeling like I put the team up on my back right now. Tell me how I'm supposed to act right now. Got me swinging like a Dodger with the bat right now. I keep it snapping like my hat right now. Everybody talking about us like we going out of style. An Inglewood thing, we got it right now. It's better for you to come over and see what this is about. And tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your little bro. Soon as they land in LAX, they hit the Roscoe's. You feeling lucky, Hollywood Park Casino, or Randy's the big donut home. See, this the city everybody know. We eat good, drop slow. Yeah, you know what you here for. Y'all know that this my, hey, say this my city. Y'all know, Inglewood, yeah, this my, anybody who want it, baby, y'all can come get it. Now this the home of the stars and the camera angles, bigger parades and bigger charades to handle. And y'all know we working on the metro, but you can hit the beach while you waiting on that though. Market Street, black business, you gotta love. Make room for the Chargers, they coming. Plus, the Rams back in LA, and that's all good. But the stadium is up in Inglewood. My hood, yeah, they say we up to no good. We brought the form back to life when they didn't think we would. The backyard of the city, yeah, the Angels. And Sunday gravy on Cincinnati. It is the city, everybody know. Yeah. People coming, they don't wanna go. Black, brown, white, yellow people, no matter what your skin tone, we know. This my, let them know what it is. This my city. Hey, y'all gon' hear it on the top floor. This my, yeah. Yo, anybody who want it, they could get it. Hey, yo, listen. Say this is how we do it up in Inglewood. Now y'all say, this is how we do it up in Inglewood. Yo, this is how we do it in the INGLEW. Yo, say this is how we do it in the INGLEW. Woo! This my, yeah. This my city. And anybody who wants, you could get it, that they could get it. You could get it from the 3, 2, 3. My city, this my, come on, hey, say this my, what? This my city, from the 3, 2, 3, my Inglewood, baby, Inglewood, baby, yeah. Say yeah. This my, can I get them dubs up real quick? This my, from the 3, 2, 3. What you know about me? Yeah. Last time I need to hear y'all say, this my city. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Right, that's right. Thank you guys so much for attending our Taste and Treble season finale. Real talk, we didn't think that this was going to happen, but again, you guys made it happen, so give it up for yourselves. And then also, real quick, I just have to shout out to the production team and to the band for just all of their patience. We've been going through a whole lot in the last few months trying to make this thing happen, but again, we made it happen. Thank you guys. So unfortunately, we do have to exit here in a quiet manner because obviously maybe she's tripping a little bit. So please, thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for being patient with us on the top floor. Thank you for being patient with us. And we will see you guys in 2022. Please follow us at Taste and Treble on Facebook and Instagram. And next month you can expect episode 5, the finale, to premiere on YouTube. So if you have not gotten a chance to see our first 4 episodes, please do. Thank you again to Chef Jenene.